Good evening, guys. This is Defiance Swarm, and I think you may have noticed that there's been a few changes to the channel, mainly the intro. I've just made a new intro for the channel, and I think you'll notice that the old intro is obviously not there anymore. If you've been following us on Twitter, you'll also know there's been some slight roster changes. A bit more than slight roster changes. There's been quite a big thing go down with the team, which I don't think is being widely shared. And I don't think many of you, apart from the few I've spoke to over DM on Twitter, have really managed to know what's going on. So basically, I'm just going to go through it with you because it was something which I was expecting the rest of the team, either Mackie or Frex, to put up on their channels, but that's not what they've done. I wanted to kind of give them the opportunity to kind of express what they thought was going on before I did. However, they haven't taken that opportunity. Frex said that he wasn't going to discuss it on YouTube, and Mackie so far just hasn't taken advantage of it. What I think was said between us kind of needs to be shared, just so, well, mainly because you guys can understand what's going on, and also you can understand my kind of position in all this and what's happening with the team. Yeah, basically, I had been dropped from the team for various reasons. They didn't want me playing with, and yeah, I'm just going to talk with you through what happened. Basically, it mainly started, I'd say, a few weeks before they invited me to party and told me I was going to get dropped. I'm really hoping that it would go well and we'd get to Y51, EGL 12 and all that kind of stuff together. Yeah, so basically what happened next really was everything kind of ran smoothly for a few weeks. And then I came on Tuesday evening and had an invite to the party, so I joined the party and wondering what was going on. And they basically said to me, you know, I think you've seen this going for a long time. You're getting dropped. And that really quite, I actually didn't see it coming at all. It wasn't something which I had even thought of, seeing as everything was going so well. They made a few accusations against me, some of which were true, some of which weren't. Most of which were true but weren't anymore. For a start, the inactivity thing, which has been going on Twitter for a while, the fact that they thought that I was inactive, not able to play an awful lot, so the inactivity thing wasn't really founded on much. You know, it was kind of every other weekend. Fair enough, I wasn't there, and obviously when college was going on, I wasn't there. Some evenings, obviously, I wasn't around, but not very many, very few. You know, that wasn't really much of an excuse, really. My inactivity, supposedly, I wasn't particularly inactive. Simple as that. In fact, when the Defiance done the 5K series on GB, I was at my mum's. That was the weekend I was at my mum's, and Mackie really wanted to play in it, and I said, look, I'm not at mum's, but I'll come back early because I really want to play in this tournament. So I didn't get to play in the last one. But Mackie couldn't find the players, so we didn't get to play eventually, which was upsetting, really. But you know, that's what happened. Yeah, the second thing they kind of said about me was the fact that I raged a bit. This is one of those ones which would have been true had they said it a few weeks previously, but something that I've since sorted out. I used to rage quite a bit. I used to blame it on my connection. For those of you who don't know, the place I live is basically surrounded by a load of hills, and my connection speed on a good day is 0.9 megabyte. So I have a very slow internet speed, which more often than not gets me dropped in about 2 shots, which, needless to say, is really annoying when you're sweating as hard as you possibly can. You know, just if you can imagine, like, concentrating and like really sweating out as hard as you possibly can, and getting killed in just stupid ways, which you shouldn't really deserve to die from. I did use kind of an excuse, and it got to the point where I used it even when it really wasn't a problem. But yeah, that's something which I learned I can't do. Another one of those ones that, like I said, would have been true before. I thought, you know, I can't do this. Even when my connection's bad, I need to kind of make the best out of it. You know, the whole when life gives you lemons, make lemonade thing. Yeah, I need to sort this out, and so that was sorted out, and you know, that was something I'd gone over by that point. The other thing they were saying is that I didn't enjoy respawn game modes, something which admittedly I did admit to before. Obviously being an S&D player, and not only an S&D player but a 1v1 S&D player for so long, Domination and Blitz were completely new to me. In all fairness, I didn't enjoy Domination too much. I didn't have a problem with Blitz at all. I actually found Blitz probably rivaling Search and Destroy, or if not better. I really enjoyed Blitz. Brilliant game mode. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. Domination was something that I knew I don't enjoy at the moment, but it's something I need to work on, because as with anything, the more you work on something, the more you kind of improve it, and then the more you kind of get used to it. And, you know, I'd only been playing Domo for what, a month or four weeks possibly, 4 weeks maybe a bit more. So you know, and even then we weren't scrimming all the time, which, you know, I'll go into it in a minute. And yeah, like the whole kind of thing with Domination, like I said previously, I did rage quit a Domination game before, so that was kind of, but then again this was soon after setting up the team, and so that was basically those are the things they said. Like I said I was going to go into, we didn't scrim an awful lot or play GBs an awful lot, because it wasn't just to do with my supposed inactivity. If I was on and Mackie was on and Corrupt was on, Frex would be off. Awkwardly enough, and when me, Frex and Corrupt were on, Mackie would be off, or you'd have two of us on, two of us off. We were very rarely all four of us on as a team, which was a shame, and something which I found just as annoying as they did. I didn't really kind of vocalise that, but you know, it was something which was exceedingly annoying, because you know, we want to get a team going which can go to I-51, which can go to EGL-12. And in order to do that, we need to be practicing and scrimming as often as we can, and that just wasn't happening, to be fair. And I don't think it was anyone's fault. Certainly wasn't my fault. Certainly wasn't, well, anyone's fault. We just weren't on at the times when everyone else was. So I wasn't on when them three weren't on, and you know, sometimes they went on when I was on, or whatever. Yeah, the Sunday and the Monday, so the 2 days before I was told I was getting dropped, I was on in those evenings, waiting for them to come on, and they didn't come on, and I wondered why that was. Well, it turns out that Defiance Corrupt had actually left the team, officially left the team on Sunday, and it was something that I had no idea about. I had no idea he left the team, and I was quite upset when I found out he left the team. They only told me after the team only told me after they told me that I was dropped, that Corrupt had also left. But it was something that I just didn't know, and that was obviously the reason why they weren't on those two previous evenings, because we wouldn't have a full team because Corrupt had just left. I didn't understand why Corrupt left, and I was actually really upset when he told me he was leaving. But like I've just been through, things weren't working out, specifically with timings of scrims and stuff, which was. Yeah, it was a shame he left. I mean, me and Mackie had, like I said, had issues of it before. But the upshot of it was when they told me I was dropped and went through all of these reasons as to why they didn't want me in the team anymore. I was, well, yeah, I was shocked, definitely. But I was mainly, well, I was a bit angry, to be honest, because it was something which in the Call of Duty Championships, which was basically where the team was made. I mean, I got the team together in the first place, but the Call of Duty Championships where we really were where we were really kind of made, and where the team kind of really got knitted together. And me and Suede did quite well in the Call of Duty Championships. Suede, basically, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, he carried me specifically, but the rest of the team as well through Domination. Because the rest of the team was pretty much centered around S&D, apart from Frex. Frex wasn't there, because like I said before, Frex was elsewhere when the COD Champs started, but he would have probably been just as good as S&D as Suede was. But anyway, the upshot of it was, Suede carried us through the S&Ds, through the Dominations rather, and we all did well on the S&D games, but the one S&D game that made all the difference as to whether we would be placed in the finals of the UK qualifiers, national qualifiers, or just round 5, so not even getting that far, was one S&D game on Sovereign, which was on the final map. For those of you who don't know, the Call of Duty Championships had best of 5 games, so you'd be paired up with another team. You play a best of 5 MLG variant game, Blitz, Domo, and S&D. I think there'd be 2 S&D maps, 2 domination maps, and a Blitz. I think that was how it was laid. Yeah, when Suede left after the Call of Duty Championships, that was upsetting. But basically, he chose to leave. I didn't. When I was supposedly dropped, I did not choose to leave. That's not something I chose to do, and therefore I didn't think I deserved to be, without even getting a say in it, just dropped straight away, which was, upset me a bit. Basically, I just refused to leave. I refused to leave because I felt that the dedication, time, and commitment that I'd put into the team outweighed anything that I may have done previously, such as not using call-outs and raging a bit and that kind of stuff. But I'd put so much effort into the team, I just point blankly refused to leave. Which may have been a good idea, may not have been. But basically, Mackie and Frex, when I refused to leave, Mackie and Frex left with Corrupt to go and join this other team called Dark. And yeah, when they left, I was left the only one in Defiance. I'd stayed in the team, but I'd kept the team, but it now had no players. To be honest, Mackie, I thought I'd sorted things out with Mackie, but clearly I hadn't. I clearly hadn't sorted things out with Mackie enough, because otherwise he wouldn't have left. Corrupt. I kind of understand why he left. He wanted to be back playing with his friends that he's known for about 7 years. Also he tells me. So I can't really blame him for that. But so I'm not really surprised at Corrupt leaving. I'm not particularly. Obviously, I didn't sort things out with Mackie properly, so I'm not. If he was upset with me, then I'm not surprised at him leaving either. But I'm definitely surprised at Frex leaving. Honestly, I didn't see that coming. I thought me and Frex were going to be in a team for another like 2 years yet, or more than that. I mean, I thought. I mean, me and Frex got on so well in Defiance, but like I said, I don't understand why he left. I understand it was Corrupt and Mackie, but I have no idea why Frex left. We'd always kind of said that we were gonna kind of, I always said to Frex, if you were to leave, I would go with you, and like that kind of stuff. We were really good friends in Defiance, so that was a real shame, and that really did upset me loads. Basically, I argued with Corrupt, Frex, and Mackie for about an hour in party, trying to persuade them not to basically throw away a good team. But in the end, they knew what they wanted to do. They thought this is the way forward. This is what we want to do, and I'm not going to have a go at them for that. They obviously thought that joining Dark was the best way of moving forward in competitive. I disagreed, but that's what they've done. Whether I like it or not, and that's their choice. So yeah, I'm not gonna rip on them for that, really. As soon as it was obvious they wouldn't listen, I kind of started searching for new players for Defiance, which so far hasn't gone very well. I've been searching for players, but the players who I've been searching for, I've been searching for specifically 2 domination and blitz orientated players, so people who have experience in domination and blitz, and also that use AR, because we already have in the team a strong SMG player in me. Which I got off, which I picked up off of. He was one of the teams we played in the Call of Duty Championships. He was, well, definitely the best person on the other team, and his team had already split up, so I picked him up, and then we went off searching for 2 new AR players, and that hasn't gone well. Yeah, we've had so many people saying, yeah, we want to join, we want to trial, which has been great, and the support from that has been amazing. However, it's kind of all the same. It's kind of got all the same kind of problems. Either people who were playing were really, really good players. They were really solid players, and they knew exactly what they were doing. But they would like full-on scream every time they died, or they would just leave the game halfway through, or they would, you know, they'd rage quit, and it didn't go well. So either they were good, but they just weren't easy to get along with. They rage quit every time they died. They left the game constantly. They were screaming and shouting, and they shouting at other members of the team. Or the other side is they're really nice. You know, they're really easy to get along with. They're really quite safe people, but they weren't very good players. Put simply, I mean, I don't mean to be nasty and rip on anybody, but when somebody drops 0 kills and 9 deaths, you know, it's kind of a bit, yeah. You know, they kind of need to be thinking about their own kind of game and like picking it up a little bit before they decide they want to try and get in a strong team. Finding a team which just clicks, it just doesn't happen. What we kind of had in Defiance, which was, you know, a team which got on well, clicked together quite well, and we were all good players. We were all easy to get along with. We were all over 18. You know, it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And you know, that saying, you know, you don't know what you've got until you lose it. That's definitely true with this situation that I found myself in at the moment. Because I just don't see myself getting to that stage again. It does literally feel like being thrown down an endless hole. You just don't see yourself getting back up from what's happened, and I certainly don't see myself getting back up from what's happened in terms of competitive. Anyway. Yeah. I've been trying to speak to them all individually, all Frex, Mackie, and Corrupt, which I've had some success in doing. Frex, as per usual, as he was in the team, is the easiest one to speak to about it. Mackie's just completely blanking me, refusing to talk to me, so that's fine. You know, if he really doesn't like me that much, then I must have done something really quite bad to upset him. EGL 951 with Defiance obviously isn't happening anymore. No point in me getting there on my own. I'm not going to win a 1v4 Epsilon. I can try, but I don't think it will work, and if anything it will just be entertaining for everybody. I'll give it a go and record it if you want, but you know, it'll be a good laugh. I've offered, I have said to Frex, Mackie, and Corrupt that if things don't work out in Dark, they can always hit me up, and I'll be happy to get the team back on track with them. And it's really hard for me to say this, but I do hope they do well. After what I think they've done to me anyway, I find that incredibly difficult to say. But I do hope they do well, because if they think that was the way forward, you know, however much I disagree, I really do wish them the best of luck. But I can't change their mind. That's what they've decided to do. So yeah, that's basically what's going on. I've filled you guys in really. That's what's happened. They wanted to drop me, but when I refused to leave, they ended up leaving. I went and joined Dark, and that's what's going on. I can't find a strong team. You know, been trying really hard to find a strong team. Yeah. So what am I going to be doing now? I'm probably going to go back to just playing singles. I didn't think I would have to go back and do that after what's happened in the last few months. But when I left the 1v1 scene, go and play in team, and we got that far in the Call of Duty Championships, I was adamant and hopeful that I wouldn't have to go back to sat in a party, you know, come home from college, go into a party, sit on your own for 4 hours, play singles, go off, go to bed, do the whole thing again in the morning. And I was quite, you know, happy that wasn't something I'd have to do. Although singles is rewarding, it can be really quite kind of lonely, really. You don't get to talk to anybody, you just sit in a party for ages, or you sit in a party for ages talking to people, but then you don't win any games because you can't sound all bombs, you can't really concentrate. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be going back to singles. I'll definitely keep looking for a decent team. Hopefully, said old team being Frex, Mackie, and Corrupt. Hopefully they'll do well. I have said they could come back and get the team on track if they want to, but that's something which I'm doubtful they'll decide to do. Yeah, so that's what I'll be doing. The 1v1 single series will obviously be kept going, because that's pretty much all I'll be doing. So I'll have so many more episodes for you guys on that up soon. And yeah, so anyway guys, that's what's been going on. Anyway guys, that's basically the end of the video. Sorry it's taken me so long to upload. I had to make quite a few cuts to the audio. The audio itself was really quite hard for me to do in terms of what I was going to say. There was a number of stuff I said which I eventually realised I couldn't upload to the channel. I couldn't put in the video. So that's why there's some cuts every now and again. Anyway, what I'll be doing within the next few weeks, rather, the team hunting and hunting for players and that isn't going very well at all. It's really not going great. So I think I'm just going to stop chasing teams, stop chasing players, see what comes my way, and hopefully I'll be able to pick myself back up from what's happened and be able to carry on with competitive. But I see that as a very, very, very long way off. So yeah, what I'm going to be doing is uploading more single series for you. I'll be going back to singles, uploading some more single series, and also doing a montage which will include team doubles and singles clips. Anyway guys, thanks a lot for watching, and this has been Defiance Swarm, and I'm done.
Securing C. Securing Charlie. Enemy SATCOM spotted. Securing Alpha. Securing Alpha. Securing A. Enemy has Charlie. Securing C. Watch your six. Enemy care package incoming. Resilience. SATCOM up to the gate. Securing Alpha. Enemy SATCOM spotted. Nice work, Ghosts. Well done.